we go from McRay Lanes in Chandler for the title match of today's JBT tournament. Russ Oviatt and Nick Devlin have never played each other in a scratch division title match until right now. Two guys with 31 titles between them. And early on in this match, there's not a lot going on, as each one is going to have no doubles on an open unless Russ can convert this 210 in his fourth frame. Oh! Bad break right to the left. I think the camera just messed this, but that's Alex Sang leaving us 6-8. He is giving 16 pins against Katie Hurley. We both pick your poison today. So you chose who you wanted to play in your matches. Each bowler's got a makeable but difficult split here. Alex is going to try and hook it at the 6-8. Doesn't get it. Russ is going to go hard and straight at the 210, and same fate. 8-1 for both players leaves Russ trailing by 7, and as far as the scoreboard goes, Alex is now still leading comfortably by 44 pins, as he did get off to a double spare strike start before that 6-8, so he had a chance to blow the match open before that, and instead gets real lucky to break up the split that time. Try and catch both matches here. He had a 4-10 standing for a long time, didn't like it off his hand, and he was right, but very fortunate to only with that 4-pin. The tall one, Russ Oviatt, one of the few bowlers taller than me. Oh, Alex misses that 6-pin. Been doing it a long time. 10 in the fifth there. Tougher for the tall guys to get down and get good leverage on the ball, believe me, I know. Russ does it very well, though. Katie knows something about comebacks today. She's made a few of them to get to this point, but now she's really dug a hole for herself. And she cannot convert the 4-7-10. She's going to fall, well, she's going to stay behind by the same amount, but start to run out of frames is really Hurley's problem right now. Pulled on Bourbon Street today versus basically a house-ish type pattern. Scores were pretty high throughout the day, as we often see. She makes a good run at it. So we often see the scores get lower rather than higher throughout the day, because the lanes just flat out burn out. A lot of friction to start, and there's just not many other places to go by a certain point. They're also limited to only 2 bowling balls today, so they can't just ball down or ball up and make a wacky move. They've got to make hand positions, speed positions, whatever they can. Most the scratch bowlers just trying to ride that last little bit of oil that's out there. Nick barely does that, holding on and tripping the 4-pin. Nick was 50-50 at best whether he was even going to bowl today. He's got a issue with his neck. And he was saying, Jeff, let me practice and I'll let you know if I'm actually going to bowl or not. And here he is trying to become the 13th bowler ever to win 20 career JBT titles. Oh, goodness. Russ shreds that rack. Russ always did that high ball speed thing, but he didn't have the rev rate that he has now until a couple of years ago, when he made a couple physical changes in his game and made him a radically better bowler. Dabbled with some PBA events, of course, made that team show. Russ is 21?
Yeah.
So he might have one more year, I'm not sure. Whatever age they are on August 1st, that's what you are for the season. And this is a very important shot. Trailing by 17, can cut it down to 7. Instead, it wobbles at the break and he's surprised. Ten in the pit for Alex, and a real nice ball there. He remains in control in the handicap division. Caitlin Crouch won the girls stretch for the first time today with a win over Sierra Chameau, while C. Rob defeated C. Rock, Robbins over Roquet, in the U17 division. That Robbins being Clifford. Done a lot of talking about William, but it was Clifford. Robbins coming up today big. Alex can start to salt it away. A lot of power on that two-handed lefty shot. He tickles most of the rack into leaving only a 7. Alex with 1 career JBT title in Flagstaff this season. Give you one guess what they bolt on. Bourbon Street. When we're going for an easier pattern, we typically do bourbon as opposed to just saying house, just so it's something. It's like a 7-to-1 ratio as opposed to the 11 and 10-to-1 ratios house patterns are.
Great Wall of China this year.
Somewhere on tour.
The actual time.
We have used, yeah. I love it when we put out patterns that are called Great Wall of China, called Easy Street, and they still look at the pattern sheet. Whoa, I need to go 10 to 8 with my 320 grid. No, you don't. You need to stand left and throw right. That's what you need to do. But as Nick flushes too, meanwhile. 10% to his chiropractor. As Katie travels for the second time, that's a immediate technical. Next one she's thrown out. Whoa! I was waiting for my Mama Sang moment. There it is. The lady making all the noises, shushing us. Oh, we had in must strike territory over there. Together. He can sheet for 218. Nick going at a 227. Kyle Duster knew that already. The mathematical genius that is the Duster. Sean or Alex is trying to help Katie out here by missing some spares. Katie might need some X's, not just spares of her own. That gets her within 16, and well, actually, yeah, it gets her within 16, and she's getting 16, so all of a sudden, they're tied up. Hurley win her first, or will Alex win her second? It's anybody's game. Dun dun dun. Russ must have this strike. Oh man! And a ringing 10-pin. His body language tells the story. Katie up, that's it. That's 2 free throws. Who's shooting them? She's actually doing the mature thing there. If something doesn't feel right, stop. It's all tied up over in handicap, and Nick is getting a victory lap to 20 career titles. He's had a friendly rivalry with his buddy Harley. They've been going back and forth in the title count all season as they're both having excellent seasons. Harley went all the way out to Lubbock last weekend and won 2 out of 3 to jump to 21 titles. Oh, and Alex gets a huge break, tripping up the whole rack. Down to the tips over there. 20 titles is Hall of Fame level with us. 13th bowler ever to reach that milestone. You're looking at him. Not bad for a guy not sure if he was going to bowl today. Shank, King, Smith, Lowe, George, Baker, Black, Swigert, Buttroff, Acuff. The names are incredible. And that is an incredibly big double for Alex right there. Alex has to win by 16 to tie. 193 if he strikes out a 165, so I only see 9 spare on 182 to 165. 9 spare will win. He doesn't like that one, and he nuts it. There's hold in the middle for both sides today, and well, maybe it wasn't good, but it was good enough to flush today and good enough to win the title today right there. 257 for Nick will easily take that one. Alex will keep it behind the line, and that is a great time for a ring and 7 for him. And that is enough.
Is that enough for real?
That is enough for real.
Alright, now to breathe.
Great run for Katie though. This is her career high finish in the main singles division. Double points tomorrow. More challenging shot tomorrow.
Hey! It's Nick and Alice taking a picture again. When Alice won his first time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And this just in from the Seng Stat department.
Oh my god.
Last time Alex won in Flagstaff, it was a... There you go. Everybody is realizing this all of a sudden.
Both sides.
Which one? The one back where the secret's from?
$5.
I'm tired. Let's go home. Maybe even later.
JBT Williams Parents, great stuff out of all of our finalists and the handicap division here. Runner-up today, Katie Hurley. Career high finisher, Katie, congratulations.
That's great.
And your Smash division runner-up, Russ Obiant.
No.
JBT men in the handicap division, advances his second career JBT title, Alex Zeng. Your Smash division champion becomes a 13th bowler in our history to capture 21 career titles in Rebel milestone to knock down next Devil.
He's literally off.
I didn't have anything else there.
Stick around, cheer them on. Be sure to check out the website.
If I hit my leg in the
You all over again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. start. Check in no later than 9:30. See you then.
Alex broke the rules.
Not top 10 yet.
Alex broke the rules. I protested.
You are?
Yeah, he made that new rule. You can only use one hand.
Dang! I see. I'm like the outcast, and I don't care about rules. Only in New Mexico.
If they were in New Mexico, Harley would be top one all time.
What?
Still on?
Speech? Do you want me to speech for real?
Just remember, I don't have editing. I don't have video editor software. So,
Spinning.
aren't you glad we stayed on for that? There we go.